We're back live for another show. Stay tuned after the intro. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gio. I'm back from vacation. We're back, and what an amazing episode. The Niners Super Bowl this Sunday against the Chiefs. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all that. Got a couple questions from you guys that were given to me. It should be a special show today. Hopefully, everyone's excited. Niners fans, how you guys feeling? Nervous? Excited? Everyone else, I know. Well, Chiefs fans as well. If there's any Chiefs fans here, how are you guys feeling? But how about all the other fans? Raiders fans, Seahawks fans. Who else? Patriots fans. Who are you guys rooting for? There's been a lot of talk. This Super Bowl is at Allegiant Stadium, the Raiders Stadium. So, Raiders fans, are you guys rooting for your local neighbor, the Bay Area team? Or are you going to be rooting for your division rival, your most hated rival, the Chiefs? Do you want to see Mahomes hoist the Super Bowl in your own stadium? Or do you want, to keep it in the Bay? Are you guys still Bay Area fans? Or are you guys Las Vegas fans? Let me know. But how's everyone's week? Usually we do the show on Monday, but I just got back literally a couple hours ago. Had an amazing trip at Disneyland for Sweethearts Night. I'll get into the Disney talk later on in the episode. But I'm here. We grinding, we back because what a show it's going to be. But how's everyone's week? Hope everyone's been doing great. Hope everyone's ready for the weekend. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk Super Bowl. So, as you may not know, I'm sure you guys have been hearing all week Niners Chiefs revenge game back from 2019, where the Niners were 7 minutes away from glory, up 20-10, and the Chiefs came back miraculously, and what birthed the start of what is Mahomes. Um, Obviously, the teams have changed from what was that 4 years ago. The Niners team has changed. The Chiefs team has changed. The Chiefs are now, you would say, have a better defense than that Super Bowl run, and the Niners, you could say, have a better offense than the Jimmy G led offense from there. But how have you guys been enjoying this? The build up to the Super Bowl. I've been trying to keep, obviously, I didn't keep up as much throughout the week with the interviews, what's been going on, but I've been trying to do my best. Um, but I think it's a time, to, as fans, soak it all in, right? The interviews, the cheesy interviews, the cheesy questions being asked to the players. And I'm sure, the players, they're enjoying it. But one thing that's important for both teams is to get that victory Sunday. And there's been a lot of talk about the unfair training facilities, right? The Chiefs, they're able to train at the Raiders facility, nice indoors, not they're indoors, so the rain doesn't affect them. While the Niners, they're practicing at what was it, University of Las Vegas, which is outdoors. They put real grass on top of turf. The Niners were upset about it because it's unfair. It's unfair. They could, I don't know, get injured. It's slippery. But at the end of the day, my take on it is it unfair? It is unfair, and it is what it is, though. I mean, the game Sunday, and I mean, I'm sure they know what the magnitude of this game means, and can it affect them? I don't know. I didn't play professional sports, as I feel like most of their training should have been done last week. This week is just walkthroughs, just perfecting the game plan that they already know, what they already need to do, and what they know. But this should probably be on the NFL. They knew where the Super Bowl was going to be held. I don't know, more than a year ago. They could have built something. They could have, made the facility is a lot nicer. They knew, well, what's a, it's a Super Bowl in Las Vegas. So them, kind of not doing anything about it. It's kind of on the NFL. I mean, they had the time. They have the resources. I mean, they are, I would say, what, $1 billion company. They could have, I don't know, done something to, so that both teams have a fair advantage when, training. But I'm sure, we're a couple days away. It doesn't matter anymore, and I don't think it should matter. What we got here. How the Raiders gonna accommodate the Niners? How the Raiders gonna accommodate the Niners? But you're gonna accommodate the Chiefs? I mean, they're your rival. That's like us Niners fans, saying, "Oh, we'll take care of the Seahawks fans." Hell no. I mean, but there is also a rivalry. Ex Bay Area teams, Raiders and Niners. I understand the hatred. Um, but you are accommodating the Chiefs. You're letting the Chiefs, use your own facilities and stuff. But enough about that stuff. Enough about, I don't know, things that I don't think should matter. What matters is, what the teams do against each other this upcoming Sunday. And back to what I saw during the interviews throughout the week, the Chiefs, they've been very complimentary of the Niners. They respect Brock Purdy. They respect, obviously, McCaffrey, Shanahan, all our teams, right? They haven't said anything that could be controversial, right? As other teams, have done to the Niners throughout these playoffs, throughout the season. And it just shows you a team that's confident, a team that, you know, obviously they don't want to give extra energy or extra motivation to a team, which I think at this point, if you're not motivated for a Super Bowl, what else can you do, right? But the Chiefs look like confident. They're confident. They know what's at stake. They've been here before. They've been here 4 out of the last 5 years. They have 2 Super Bowls. They have Mahomes, who is, some could say, considering now one of the top quarterbacks in NFL history. And they've beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. So they've been here before. They know what to do, right? And one thing there's been a lot of things, I don't know if you guys been following, about Kyle Shanahan's introductory conference on Monday about him being a little drunk. And he was a little loose. And, usually Kyle Shanahan, our coach, he's serious, reserved, pretty standard. And, he was a little loose. He, obviously you could tell he's a little intoxicated. And a lot of people are saying, what is this showing? Like, why are you already celebrating when the game hasn't even, what if they lose? The talk's going to be where the Niners already celebrating too early. I don't know if that's the case. I don't find anything. I'm not worried about him, being a little intoxicated on Monday, because I'm sure all the work is basically, done. They did it last week. Monday's usually an off day for these teams. So if he had, a couple beers before, I'm sure he was a little shy. He had a couple beers. He's the coach. I mean, as long as the players, they're focused, the coach, I don't mind, but the players, they got to be focused. They, sleep early, eat right. Like, I want them to be 100%. But the coach, I'm sure they do that throughout the season, after a game, Monday night, they have a couple beers. That's cool with me. But the players, yeah, they got to be focused 100%, because I don't want to hear no excuses. The rumor was last Super Bowl is, they did enjoy themselves, like the beginning days out in Miami. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. But I don't think they are. I think the players are focused. They know what's at stake. And honestly, hearing Brock Purdy speak, man, he gives you a lot of confidence. And I'm confident in him. I'm confident the Niners, they're going to play well. And, I'm confident, I'll give my prediction at the end. But I'm excited. Um, Disneyland was exciting, but the Super Bowl is just as exciting as well. And now let's talk keys to victory. We'll start with the Chiefs. So the Chiefs, obviously, they have an amazing quarterback. They have a player that could put the team on his back, Patrick Mahomes. That is an equalizer. The Chiefs could have a horrible game for 4.5 quarters, and the last 5 minutes of the game, Mahomes could do something magical and they win the game. And they don't have to be perfect for the whole game. And we saw that, Niners fans, last Super Bowl. So they have that. Throughout the season, though, the Chiefs, they've had ups and downs, right? With a lot of drop passes. It has felt that, Mahomes, he's done all he could, all he can, but the receivers let him down. Kelsey wasn't 100%, but now Kelsey is 100%. Pacheco, man, when has the Chiefs had a running game like Pacheco? Pacheco's nice. But now they have a defense. And I think the strongest point of their team is their defense. And, I'm a little nervous because Chris Jones, he's incredible. So I feel what they need to do, they need to obviously stop McCaffrey. If they're able to stop McCaffrey and they make Brock Purdy, start throwing the ball a little bit more, even though he can, that would be, a big key of victory for them. If they're able to make them look how the Ravens did in Christmas Day. The Niners, even though the last two games they have showed that they could come back from being down, but with Mahomes, if you're down, I don't know, it'll be a tough task to do. Can they do it? Could they? They could. But I feel like if their defense is able to stop the short game, stop obviously McCaffrey, and if their offense is just able to score and is able to run the ball, because we've seen the Niners haven't been good at stopping the run with the Packers, with the Lions. The Lions, I don't know, I don't know why they stopped running the ball. They were running it pretty well on us, and they were running it for a lot of yards. So if they were to do that, it should be done deal. We'll see Mahomes. They'll be back to back. Mahomes will be his third Super Bowl. So I feel like the Chiefs are confident. They've been here. They know what to do. And you could say, hey, if they were to lose, you could say, hey, they could say, we'll be here next year. It don't matter. I'm sure it matters though. Now for the Niners, keys to victories for them. It's gonna have to be our defense is gonna have to play lights out like how they did those first 5 games of the season. I'm talking to you, Fred Warner. Fred Warner, you need to step it up big time. You're the captain. Hot take. Is he even the best linebacker on our team? I believe is Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw this season has put the defense on his back. That Packers game, he's done a lot of the dirty work. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are giving Greenlaw a lot of credit this season, but he's been playing like this, ever since he was a rookie back in 2019. So Fred Warner, that's a big one. He needs to step up. He needs to not miss tackles, make those stops. Make the running backs lose yardage. The tackling has to be better. Talking to you, Chase Young, you need to step it up. You said it yourself. I've seen the interviews that you can't be doing that. You can't just be walking out on the field. Like they need to attack anyone that has the ball. Everyone has to go there and attack. Like we basically the Niners have to play perfect from the first quarter to the fourth quarter because as I said on this show, if you have a Mahomes, man, you have to be perfect. So that's one right there. And that would mean, stopping Kelsey. If we stop Kelsey and we can stop Pacheco, we leave it up to MVS, Kadarius Toney, Rashid Rice. Then I feel like we have a chance. And I feel like it might, the Niners, it might look good. It might be, we might put up some, if we're able to stop them and we put up points, I'm confident. But we got comments here. ¿Qué dice mi boy from Tamazula, el Gutierrez? He, hopefully, he brings it for Tamazula. Where are you watching the game? Right here at my house. Uh, hit me up. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up, boy. Can't allow those explosive plays. I agree. I agree. You cannot allow those explosive plays. But like I said, the thing about the Chiefs is if you're able to stop Kelsey and Pacheco, I don't fear their wide receivers. Need to stop Pacheco if they run against us is raps. I agree. Um, so that's why tackling is what's important. So that's you, Fred Warner, you, Chase, Armstead, you too. The D line, man, they have to put pressure. They have to make Mahomes feel uncomfortable and make him frustrated. Because once he gets frustrated, we saw throughout the season, he starts blaming people, he starts blaming the refs. Once we get in his head, then it's game over, I think. Now for our offense. But let me answer this. Stop Taylor from going. Taylor Swift. She can be there. I don't care. No one cares. Kanye made her famous, anyways. Delay her flight from Japan to back. She could be there. I ain't afraid of Taylor Swift or the Swifties. They mid. Um, for the offense, McCaffrey, big McCaffrey game. Like those first 5 games where we kept complaining, man, we're riding pause McCaffrey too much. Let's ride him. Let's ride him like Russell Wilson rides Broncos country. It's time. No holds bar. Let 30 carries. McCaffrey has to be a big part of this game. First, first and 10, run him McCaffrey. He'll get you at least minimum 2 to 3 yards. Run them again, another 3 yards. Now we're what? 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. I trust Brock Purdy to make a play with his legs or in the short game. Screens to Debo. Debo, another guy, has to be a big factor. I feel like Debo could be the MVP of this game, how he did it against the Eagles, because Ladarius Sneed is going to be on Ayuk. And I think the Chiefs, they might play a lot of man. So Kittle, Ayuk out of the backfield. Like I said, there's a lot of weapons this team has. And if Purdy's able to just get the ball to the playmakers, hey, Jimmy G was 7 minutes away from winning a Super Bowl. What can Brock Purdy do? Brock Purdy's way better than Jimmy G. Brock Purdy is a game changer. And I feel like Brock Purdy, he's going to bring it. He's going to bring the 6-1. I believe in Brock Purdy. This is going to be a big Brock Purdy game. And I'm sure Brock Purdy, he wants to silence his critics because, there's been a lot of critics also this week. I know Cam Newton's been talking a lot. I like Cam Newton. He has his opinions. Obviously, he was a quarterback in this league. He could say whatever he wants, right? But I don't think Brock Purdy is a game manager. He's a game changer. He's a little gunslinger. He'll make dangerous passes because he wants, to get the big one. He's not afraid to throw it. And I feel like that's what Jimmy G lacked. He will get his Jimmy G happy feet. I'm sure you Raiders fans know what that is because we know. Brock Purdy is that. Brock Purdy, yep. He won me over. He has won me over. I mean, I felt even last season, I saw some passes, I was like, wow. But I feel like, after dealing with Jimmy G, we had that like, we had that we didn't want to be fooled again, but what he's done this season and continuing on, I'm very confident in him. And I don't know, guys. I'm confident. We'll see on Monday, but I'm pretty confident. Which brings me to this one. Win or lose, is Brock Purdy the Niners starting quarterback for years to come? I believe so. And the way Kyle Shanahan has been speaking about Brock Purdy. So I don't know if you guys also heard, supposedly, the owner came out and he said that after last year, after training camp, Kyle Shanahan spoke to him and told him our third string quarterback is probably the best quarterback we have. So that was when obviously they gave Trey Lance, the starting job. They had Jimmy G practicing in the kiddie field and he was there in case. and it was Nate Sudfeld and then Brock Purdy. And Kyle said, our best quarterback is the last pick of the draft. Is it BS? Is it one of those stories where it's like, now that he's good, they want to say, oh, we always knew? Who knows? But I will say this. Kyle Shanahan, I've never seen him, have confidence, have belief in the quarterback ever, With Jimmy G, I don't know if you guys saw, you would see the replays. Jimmy G will miss a throw. Kyle Shanahan, you could see him throw his clipboard, be pissed off. And I feel like with Purdy, there's a respect there. He respects him. And, that embrace after we won the NFC Championship, I never saw him do that shit to Jimmy G. And it works both ways. I feel like Brock Purdy, he's able also to, sometimes go off script. Kyle Shanahan may have the perfect plan in his head. On the field, things happen. It doesn't go that way. And he's able to make decisions on his own. As, when we had Jimmy G, if the play wasn't there, he didn't know what to do. He would throw it where Kyle Shanahan said to throw it, but a linebacker would be there and we'll get picked off. And he'll be like, yo, this is where you told me to throw it. And that's where he needed to improve. Like, all right, the play's not there. I'm going to go somewhere else, whatever. And I feel like right now, Purdy, Shanahan, pause, they're connected as one. Arriba la America. I don't know about that, Chief. I saw obviously it's five games in the league, but I saw Pachuca their first place. Arriba Pachuca. But years to come, Brock Purdy, he's gonna get paid, man. And if he's able to win the Super Bowl, I'm sure Disney, they're gonna make a movie about it. The last pick in the draft, third string quarterback. You get injured in the NFC Championship, you come back, lead a team to the Super Bowl. The Niners, the 6, that gotta be a movie. And supposedly, Tom Holland, they might make him play Brock Purdy. He fits the mold, young looking guy. Who knows? Now, next one that I got up, and this was written by a Raiders fan. So the Niners are playing at Allegiant. So my question is, and I was talking about at the beginning of the show, Raiders fans, who are you guys rooting for? I talked to my boy. He's a Raiders fan, and he said he's rooting for the Chiefs because he doesn't like the Niners fans, not the team. He respects the team. He actually has also grown to respect Brock Purdy, but he just doesn't like the Niners fans. And it's like us, right? Us Niners fans, we're like, man, we don't like the Raiders fans because some Raiders fans, they talk all this crap, da 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 da, their team's ass, and it comes off as they're jealous of us. But let's put that hatred Raiders fans to the side. Raiders fans, I'm gonna look Raiders fans. Do you really want the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, your rivals, to be Super Bowl champions in your stadium? And they play you every year, you play them twice, they'll always have that. They'll say, we won our Super Bowl against your rival in your own stadium. Do you want that? I mean, these are your rivals. This, like I was saying, I don't want the Seahawks to win a Super Bowl at Levi Stadium. Hell no. Because then if he's here, the rat, he'll always have that on me. And I don't want that. I wouldn't want that. Or the Rams, or the Cardinals, or the Cowboys. I wouldn't want that either. So put your hatred aside. What do Bay Area teams say? Let's unite. Bay Area unite. I know. And as a matter of fact, why are you still Raiders fans? I'm sorry. They left you. They went to another city. They didn't want to be in Oakland. They were in Oakland. They went to LA. They came back to Oakland because, it's like when you go back to that toxic relationship. Like, they left you. Now you're lonely and you're like, well, I'll hit her up, like it should, I'll hit her up. It's good for a while, but then she's like, you know what? I don't want this anymore. Leaves. You come back. The Niners were always here. We've been here, Bay Area. Yes, we went to Santa Clara. We were San Francisco, but we're here, and we'll accept you with open arms. So, Raiders fans, put that hatred to the side. Let's unite as one. Let's do this. Let's do it for the Bay. I know that's gonna ruffle feathers. I know. If you guys don't watch Hermanos de Leche Super Bowl episode, watch it. Aside from the fans, I want that trophy to stay at the Bay again, putting the fans aside. Thank you. Hell no. And I would leave Oakland too. I'm glad they did. Pepe's ask them if they could say ask and see. No? Okay. Just ask them, can they say ask? Hopefully, I don't ruffle feathers on that one. But, let's use, if the Raiders were in the Super Bowl, would I root for them to beat Seattle? Ooh, that just came to my head. That's a great. Let's see. Would I rather watch the Raiders win the Super Bowl than Seattle? And damn, okay. Honestly, if Tony wasn't a Seahawks fan, I don't know. I guess you always. I wish a meteor hit that stadium on that Super Bowl, right? That would be a que X. I said, see. Then I don't know. He probably working. He always be working. Shout out Tony. Um, man, if they were in Oakland, why not? But since they're in Vegas, I wouldn't want them. But man, I kind of caught myself on that. So I can see why you guys wouldn't want. But it is what it is. We need all the good vibes, the good energy. So you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. Um, so I got some of your guys' questions. What would you rather watch live? 49ers in the Super Bowl or Mexico in the World Cup final? It got to be Mexico in the World Cup final because World Cups only come every 4 years. Potentially, the Niners could be in another Super Bowl. In those 4 years, maybe they could make it to another one. But man, obviously the probability of Mexico even making it to the fifth game, which they haven't forever, but for them to make it to a World Cup final, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. The World Cup is the World Cup. I'm sorry. Nothing compares to that. That is every 4 years, you're the best in the world. You're playing against, the best teams in the world. I would have to choose Mexico in the World Cup final. Mexico in the world and New York, well, if they get grass, because it's a MetLife, they take ACLs. Um, and but if we're being honest, for this upcoming World Cup, man, I don't know. I don't know about this Mexico team. I don't think they're as strong as years before. They've been on the decline. I haven't been following it as I have, but MetLife about to be Mex life. That hopefully. But I don't know. I think the US team is a lot stronger than this Mexico team with their players. They play in Europe. Mexico, I mean, is just Chucky. Who else? Who else is their star player right now? Guardado's old. Chicharito, my man, don't have hair no more. Ochoa still, probably the best keeper. I'm trying to think. Am I missing? Who am I missing from the team? Who is their star player still for the Mexico team? Am I missing someone? Quinones. He's our best. He's the best Mexican player. I mean, Santi Jimenez. but I feel like they just need more. I feel like the the closest they cheating, that's another one. But I feel like the closest they probably had was 2018, the Russia one. I feel like that was probably I really like their coach. They had they had, I don't know about winning the World Cup, but I think they could have made that far. And the mistake was losing against Sweden in that group stage. If they would have won, they would have had a obviously no games easy, but they would have had an easier path. They probably would have faced England in the maybe in the semifinals, quarterfinals for sure. I think that was their best chance. Also, the 2014 World Cup too. They robbed us. You know who I'm talking to, no era penal. But back to the question, man. Mexico in the World Cup. That que metan a Huicho too. Metan a Huicho. Metan a Gio. Mm, we were the ones. Um, which leads me to this other question by obviously shout out Bani. Bani, I don't know if you're here. Congratulations. You should know what that congratulations is for because I don't know if it's public information, but congratulations. I don't know if you're here. But starting 11 all time for the Mexico national team. ESO's blue card, the sports. I've seen that. I don't know. So what is this blue card now? Like sports? I read that they're gonna have like blue cards now. Ashley's here popping in to say hello. Keep up with the consistent grind, Gio. Proud of you. Evelyn's right here. She says hi. Y'all should hang out. She misses you. Is the blue so what is this blue card? So I saw, I guess, so there's going to be yellow, blue, and red, right? Um, well, I read it. I didn't actually read, but it's like a warning. I don't know what does it mean. But anyways, back to the starting 11 all time. All right, I'm gonna go quarterback. I'm gonna go goalkeeper Ochoa. Ochoa, and I know they're the Mexico. You could say right. Their strong point has always been goalkeepers. Osvaldo Sanchez. Conejo Perez. You gotta respect Conejo Perez. For that size, what he can do. Jorge Campos. Amazing with his feet. The persona of him also with his flamboyant jerseys. But let's now I'm gonna give you guys a little history lesson, right? There's also back in the old days, this goalkeeper, he went to 5 World Cups. Carvajal. I know it was before our time, but going to 5 World Cups, it means something. But in World Cup appearances, World Cup games, what Ochoa has done, that got to be my goalkeeper. I'm going Ochoa. Center back, Rafa Marquez. I mean, can't argue with that. Probably the best, other than Hugo Sanchez, probably the best Mexican player in our history. Obviously, amazing defender, but he can pass the ball. Aerial threat. I mean, he could play in this era, Rafa Marquez. So Rafa Marquez is one of my center backs. The one next to him, damn. I had to take a sip. Hector Moreno, another amazing center back, had a amazing career in Europe, always consistent. Obviously, he's tall as well. He can touch the ball, pass it well from using his feet, and that's what you need, obviously, in a center back that can move the ball, that can pass, that is not afraid, to dribble in tight situations. I feel like them too. Undoubtedly, those are my choices. Right back, Salcido. He played right back. Right, I gotta go Salcido. Salcido. He can go up and down, workhorse. Nast. I don't know if he was the right. He might have been the left back, but either one, I think he can play both. But Salcido got to be one. And on the other side, I gotta put some respect on. It's tough. I'm gonna leave a lot of people out. There's Osorio. That's a legend in Stuttgart. But I don't know. Piojo Herrera. But the thing about Piojo Herrera, Bunny, and like I said, congratulations. I don't know if it's public information, but congratulations. Um, he was just dirty at Piojo. He was dirty. I want people, that have some ball skills. So that's why I went Salcido. And I'm gonna go Layun. I always like how Layun played. Prime Layun, that 2014 Layun. He amazing free kicks. He was quick. He was an attacking force. But the thing is that I'm hesitant. This is all time, and I don't know. But I liked how he played, so I'm going Layun. Now in the midfield, gotta Torrado gotta be in there. Torrado with the sunscreen on. I only name one America player, Bunny. I mean, and Ochoa. But Ochoa, you can't argue Ochoa. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put Osvaldo. Ochoa's better. Torrado in the midfield with the sunscreen, gotta be in there. Guardado, definitely another one. Getting ain't no way. Guardado, Torrado. Look up Piojo highlights and you'll find a sick tackle before some solid defending and assisting goals. I'll put Piojo as the coach. I'll put him as the coach, man. 99 celebration. I'll put him as the coach if y'all want Piojo, but I'm not gonna put him. He's a liability. Trust me. Torrado, it's Torrado, man. He had that assist on the Giovanni Dos Santos goal against USA. Amazing pass. But Guardado's there. It's just and I'm doing a disservices to before my time. I'm talking. I mean, from what I saw, right? There's them. Who's my other center men? There's just so many. Pavel Pardo. Pavel Pardo got to be in there. Yeah, see, Bonnie. Pavel Pardo. Yeah, Pavel Pardo with the free kicks. There was also Garcia Aspe before our time. Amazing centerman. Um, Newer era guy, Hector Herrera. Um, I can also play an attacking midfield. I mean, obviously, Cuauhtemoc Blanco has to be on my team. No questions. Cuauhtemoc Blanco is on the team. I'll make up a position for him, but he's one of my. The only thing is, obviously, he played for America, but if you take that away, man, Cuauhtemoc Blanco, both feet, he invented a move, the bunny hop. He would put the team on his back. La Joroba, everything that comes with Cuauhtemoc Blanco, he got to be on the team. Hugo Sanchez, definitely. Another hot take. It depends how I want to play. Marco Fabian, bro, come on now. He don't even make the bench of this all time squad. All time drinking squad. He number one. He my top pick. Who I Cuauhtemoc. He the best. Bogo Sanchez, Cuauhtemoc, and out of respect for this man, Chicharito. All time scorer for the Mexican team. But I wanted to put Giovanni Dos Santos because yeah, he didn't have the best of careers. Obviously, all time drinking team. He's number two with Fabian. Yeah, Fabian. He was I. But them pedas, number one. With Jair Borghetti is just he had the aerial threat, but who do I take out? I can't take out Hugo Sanchez. I can't take out Cuauhtemoc. Bani, why you do this? But I just who are we taking out? Chicharo, Hugo Sanchez, all cinco pichichis with Real Madrid. You can't. I'm sorry. Even though Hugo Sanchez didn't have the best career with the Mexico national team, and Matador, you could say, had a better, amazing goals in the World Cup. Omar Bravo, he ain't even, bro. No way. He missed a crucial PK against Portugal in the '06 World Cup, and he don't compare to Chicharito. He don't compare to Hugo Sanchez. It's like all 11. I'll put him on the bench. Yeah, I'll put him on the bench. I'll put him on the bench, but the bench has to have Jair Borghetti, has to have Amor, has to have, I'm sorry, has to have Matador. Dos Santos got to be in there. Chucky, Buffo. At this point, if you want, I could take you Franco too. Yeah, Kikin. See, these are all legends though. They're all legends. Kikin, Guillermo Franco, Ramoncito Morales, the other Ramon Ramirez, and then even in the defenders, we forgot Claudio Suarez. We forgot Marcelino Bernal, more back in the old days. And then if we go, but like these, like Juan Manuel Sol, like they weren't. Did he play a World Cup? I'm trying to base, if we go, because I'm forgetting if there's all old heads in this chat. The '86, I mean the '86 team, they had rest in peace. They had another amazing center midfielder, Tomas Boy, rest in peace. They had Negrete who scored the bicycle kick. But see, I wanted to put these guys in there for the banter. Wiki and Melvin Brown, best. That's Pepe's all-time tandem right there. Because they say X, definitely. Wiki and Melvin Brown. But I'm missing a lot of players. I'm missing El Abuelo Cruz. Many players are being left out. But I try to base this off of players. Landin in the when you need when Mexico needs to score one goal and they miss 30, that's Landin right there. The all-time miss team, Landin. Remember that team? El Malone Brown. But players that gotta be in there, Ochoa. No questions. We could argue. Who better goalkeeper than Ochoa in Mexico? Go. Cuauhtemoc Blanco, Hugo Sanchez, Rafa Marquez. I mean, those are our best players in history right there. Plus, bro, they made Ochoa Saint, San Ochoa. Cuauhtemoc Blanco, Hugo Sanchez, and Rafa Marquez, and potentially Chicharito. But these are Chivas legends, nene. Were they ever selección, nenes? But I agree. '90s legends, Gusano, infamous celebration, famous celebration that he had, and Tilon. I said Tilon. I think Tiburon Sanchez. Actually, Tiburon Sanchez did play for the selección and all-time look as well. All-time look. He did look like a freaking shark. Um, but man, like I said, this brings back memories. Now more questions because we got more questions. Obviously, we're Team Big Mike. Big Mike, hopefully you're doing well. But Tony asked, is Big Mike a man of his word? And this probably means in relation to the bet you currently guys have. Obviously, you guys know your bet. Very bold bet. And I applaud Big Mike for making these bets because Big Mike, you're one game away from winning the first bet. And I applaud you, Big Mike. You have that. But Big Mike is a man of his word. But not when it comes to burritos. He's not a man of his word on that. Unfortunately, Big Mike, Tony's still waiting on his burrito. So if you can get that to him, extra cheese on it, please. Now we go to the Disney trip, if you guys are interested. The question I was asking is, how was Sweethearts Night? Was it better than Oogie Boogie? So, full disclosure, Oogie Boogie was not affected by rain. On Tuesday, there was a lot of rain during the event. A lot of things, a lot of rides, and a lot of events they didn't do because of the rain. So, we didn't really experience the full Sweethearts Night of what it can be. We try to do our best. We try to make the special photos. They had the one like ballroom dance where all like the couple Disney characters they dance with each other and you can also dance. But a lot of things they didn't do because of the rain. The parade was obviously canceled. We tried some of the food, but I would give it a non-complete for me. We want to try it again. Hopefully it doesn't rain to give a good answer. But for right now, Oogie Boogie. Another thing that my girlfriend who's in the back, she brought up, Oogie Boogie was done in California. California is a lot smaller park, and it's a lot easier, I guess, to go to different places that they got going on. Disneyland is the bigger park. They had things spread out, and you kind of missed out on things. And it was you can get in the park. So for if you guys know what I'm talking about, so Disneyland they have certain events for different. So Oogie Boogie is like the Halloween event that they have, and in order to go to the event, you need a special ticket. And basically, there's less people. You go in the park. You get to stay in the park a little later than everyone, and they kick everyone out that is not part of the event. So for Oogie Boogie is the Halloween one. You get to come in at 3, and I think you stay until 11. But the event, I think for that one, the event starts at 6. From 6 to 11, it's Oogie Boogie, but you can come in at 3. And they got like the villain characters. You get to take photos. They had like trick or treat. I had certain rides become like Halloween rides. There's obviously food. A lot of the people, TikTok people especially, they like the food, the special food that they bring, and they have it for that. And then the Sweethearts Night obviously is for Valentine's. And what I enjoyed was there was just so much less people, and you can go on any ride. There's no wait. You don't have to wait in line. And since it's couples, it just the space I felt like there was more space because usually if you go to Disneyland on a normal day, there's people with strollers, there's the people that use the scooters that maybe if they walk, they will benefit them more than to use the scooters. I'm just saying. Um, but there's a lot of that, and there's not a lot of space to walk by. But in the Sweethearts Night, you can walk around freely, you can stretch. Like I said, the wait time is it's a lot doable. We did a lot of rides that first night, but obviously the rain it hindered the event, and you know I'll give it an incomplete. But I would recommend you guys going to Oogie Boogie. That's a fun one. Obviously they have also a Star Wars night. I'm a big Star Wars fan. You get to dress up as a Star Wars characters, and you'll meet all the different characters. So that's one in my bucket that we're gonna try to go. Um, but overall, my Disney trip thoughts. Um, Obviously Disneyland, happiest place on earth. You just feel like a kid. You watching the Theo fight tonight? Oh, I didn't know he was fighting. Yeah, I'll put it in the background as we play Fortnite. Um, Magical place on earth. Always feel like a kid. Um, so first night Tuesday was the Sweethearts night. Like I said, less people. But then we stayed, one more day. The Wednesday we did Disneyland. Um, but we made the mistake. It wasn't raining, so a lot of people were there. Usual rides like It's a Small World that are at most 20-minute waits. When it's like busy, they were an hour wait. So that's where Disney gets you. Disney gets you because they offer the Genie Plus, and if you pay an extra $30 on top of the ticket, you get priority to go on different rides. So we had to do that to enjoy some of the rides. Obviously the one of the best rides at Disneyland, and I have a topic for that. It was down half of the day, and when they finally opened, it was a 3-hour wait, and that's Rise of the Resistance. If you go to Disneyland a lot and you haven't ridden that ride, I recommend it, and not just because I'm a Star Wars fan, but because it's an amazing ride. But that's the thing that hindered it. Obviously, what was best was that it was a nice day out there, but it was just a lot of people, man, and a lot of I can do a lot of people, but when it's a lot of people and kids, oof, as you guys could tell, I love kids. Well, I love my niece, Hema. Shout out Hema if you're watching. I love you. Um, but I love kids. I love kids. I love when they start crying. I love when you're in line peacefully and the parents aren't paying attention to their kids. I love that. And they're doing annoying things and you want the parent to do something about it, but they don't. That's why I love that. And you get a lot of that. You get a lot of the people that use the scooters that maybe you shouldn't use a scooter and maybe you should walk. It will benefit you. But you get a lot of those and you got to watch out how, when you're walking because they might hit you. I enjoy that. And I enjoy the long waits in lines to ride a ride that probably lasts 2 minutes, but you wait an hour. I like that. but but no, I enjoyed it. I had a great time. But obviously, that's what Disneyland when you go on the busy day, it's not the best. Food wise, my girlfriend, she's more of the foodie. But we went to where you got the fried chicken, Plaza Inn. Plaza Inn. She got so it looked like KFC, but man, I could tell she enjoyed it. The chicken, it looked good. I had a bite. It was good. Mashed potatoes. The bread was kind of dry, but that's good. The corn dog that we had at the end of the night, get you a corn dog. They're good. Obviously, the churros. That's another mainstay of Disneyland. You got to get the churros. And at the Sweethearts event, they had like a strawberry shortcake churro. It's all right. The dipping was good. Yeah, so that was good. Oh, I can't forget it. So, as a Pepe's, I know you appreciate this. As a cookie connoisseur, there's a secret spot right in front of Haunted Mansion. It's a little small station. Best cookies I've ever had in my life. They're warm when they split apart. They have the split apart with the chocolate chip. And when I took that bite, it's probably how heaven feels. I took the bite, and all I can think about was, man, I wish I had some milk so I can dip this cookie because it was an amazing cookie. So get yourself a cookie from there, right in front of the Haunted Mansion. It's a little small, like you'll see it. They sell like lobster rolls there, but get the chocolate chip cookies. It comes in a pack of 6 and a pack of 12. I recommend that. Other than that, I just wish, like I said, I got to ride my favorite ride at Disneyland, Rise of the Resistance. It was down half of the day, and then, like I said, 3 hour wait, 2 hour wait. It's just you can do a lot more things. I would, if it was an hour wait, I would do it, and I don't like to wait, but I would do it. But it just never got to the hour wait. Which brings me to top 5 rides at Disneyland. Disneyland, Disney California Adventure. That's different, but Disneyland. Full disclosure, not much of a roller coaster guy. Recently got into it, and obviously Disneyland does not compare to real roller coasters. But there's a couple cool ones in there, and I've loosened up to them. So number one, Rise of the Resistance, amazing ride if you're a non Star Wars fan. It's you feel like you're in Star Wars. You feel like they take you into a Star Destroyer, and even the cast members, they're mean to you because you're a prisoner. And then I don't want to ruin the ride, but you feel like you're in the Star Wars, and it's a long ride as well. That's my number one choice. Number two, Space Mountain. If you're a thrill seeker, this is an amazing ride. It's in the dark. It's a roller coaster in the dark, very fast. And what I enjoy obviously is during I think May is they make it Star Wars themed, so you feel like you're in space. Uh, Amazing ride. Number three, I think I'm doing the cliche ones. Indiana Jones, fun ride, amazing ride. I had to explain to my girlfriend. Anyways, I won't do that to her. But the story of the ride, look into it. It's what makes it funner, and when you understand it, and obviously, it's a fun one. I love the Matterhorn. My girlfriend doesn't. And if you guys didn't know, there's two different rides in the Matterhorn. There's a slower one and a faster one. Go on the faster one. It's better. But if you have back problems, if you are susceptible to feeling nauseous, maybe go on the slower one. But that's one. And then I gotta go. Let's see. Let's pick a kitty one. Oh, the Runaway, the Mickey Mouse one, the new one. It's a new one in Toontown, similar to the Star Wars one, but it's basically you're on a train with Mickey Mouse and Goofy. Uh, it's a kiddie one, but it has a little thrill to it. They use like, I don't know, they use screens, so it makes you, I don't know how to explain it, but like you feel like you're gonna fall, but you're not really falling. But it's a cool ride. It's in Toontown. I would recommend that ride as well. The Pegan. I don't know, she's still here. No one. I'm happy that you're here. I wish you could stay more. Anyways, Tony is not watching. No, I'm not gonna play Fortnite tonight. Definitely not. I do not look forward to playing video games. I'm 30 years old. It's not like I haven't played in a week. Top Super Bowl foods. You gotta have wings. Wings is wings and pizza. That's if we're playing Family Feud, top foods in Super Bowl. Pizza, wings, nachos. Gotta have hot dogs, burgers. Gotta go full American. You can add some tacos. I mean, some fish tacos. You can put some tacos in there. I don't know. I think white people they like fish tacos, right? Uh, but no tacos, una carne asada, beers. I mean, for me, I go Heineken 0%, definitely. Or no, actually Stella 0%. But back in the day, unas coronitas. You serve yourself some shots. But I think wings, pizza, nachos, those are probably like top Super Bowl foods. Fish tacos, yeah. I don't know. But that what else? What else do you guys usually do for Super Bowl foods? I hit them right. I mean, you gotta get some wings, burgers, hot dogs, pizza, nachos, chips and salsa, chips and guac. Any funky things you guys do? Fourth quarter shed show, ribs. Oh yeah, ribs. That's a good one. Fourth quarter shed show always. Um, my favorite Super Bowl memory was definitely Nene. Obviously not that team won, but when the Seahawks beat the Broncos at Nene's old house, by halftime we were already blacked out because the game was pretty much over. Um, and I'm not gonna put that in the internet, but something really funny happened to your dad, and I still remember it vividly, and just the joy on his face. It was so funny. The System of the Down days. Yep, that's what the "All right, let's ride." Many famous quotes in that day. Just unfortunately, that the Seahawks had to win that day, but that's one. Another Super Bowl memory is at your boy's house, Bonnie. If you remember, I won't say names, but that one was fun too. Um, anyone was there as well. Um, but we have come to the end of the show. I appreciate the people that have been here. Um, the 8 to 10 people, 11. You guys are killing it. Um, showing support. but I've come to the unbiased prediction for the Super Bowl. I'm sure you've been watching the show tonight. You know where I'm leaning to. You know, I showed you how they're going to win, but now they got to do it, right? My prediction, and I don't know why these numbers have been coming to my head all week. 30-21. No, 31-20 Niners. And to end it off, you know, if I was in that huddle, if I was talking to the team, this is what we got to do, blah, blah, blah. Fred Warner, if I was Fred Warner, I would tell the team, you know what, guys? What can be said? What can be said? We know why we're here. One goal. There's only one goal, and you have 60 minutes to do that goal. I'm going to give you everything that I have, and I want you to do the same. It doesn't matter if you're a game changer or a game manager. What matters is that dub. So let's go out there and shock the world. And with that, let's go, baby. Niners. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. We're days away. Sunday can come any sooner. And a lot is riding. Pause. On my mental health. Monday could be an amazing show. Monday could be a celebration. Monday can be everything, the happiest day of my life. Or it could also be a day that I don't go live. A day that I might not be alive. I had to do. Should I have done a Sequoia on 3 mejor? I mean, I'm hype. I mean, I'm sure Niners fans were hype. We're nervous. But no. Monday there will be a show, win or lose. I will come here and I will tell you what went wrong, or I will come here and we will all celebrate together. Kumbaya. Will be the best days, hyping up for the parade. But no matter what, the Giojackson show will be here on Monday. So now, guys, I leave you with that. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. I love you guys. Go Niners. We will have six Lombardis on Monday. You heard it here first. Clip it. If the Niners lose, are they the Cruz Azuls of the NFL? Cruz Azul. Let's not talk about that. Sequoia on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sequoia! I'm out. Thank you guys. Peace.